Production value. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing all that stuff for you. Okay. So
fill about maybe 6 ounces.
I'm glad we're all here. As you can see, I kind of started eating a little sooner. I pulled the weight, but this is dinner at Dion's.
Right.
We all know how it goes down. So, I mean, as you can see, we're working. So, you know,
Harder, smarter.
yeah. And this was the last episode of season 1. So I just want to take a little time as we enjoy. We never get a chance to do this. We get a chance to enjoy Chef Dion's food, and we're just gonna sit and talk. And this is my lovely wife, Brittany. This is my man Dre, who's eating right now. He does a lot of the filming for the show. I myself am a producer of the show as well, and this is the lovely Dion sitting across. So Dion, you just finished shooting season 1. How did it feel to kind of, I guess during these crazy times, to still be kind of focused on the show and kind of carrying your craft over from the catering business onto TV, and how has that been for you?
So it's been fun actually, and it's been more of a downtime for me mentally because it's been so hectic doing so many other things. But when it's time to cook and get in the kitchen and actually do this, it's soothing mentally for me. It's like fun time for me. So I really been enjoying it.
Yeah. Well, it's been rough for us because we get to sit here and eat the food that you cook, and it's been a struggle, but we've made it.
It's real.
We made it through. So, but I would say, you know, it actually has been soothing for me as well in some ways. I mean, because you've actually kind of opened me up to something totally new, and kind of bringing it to the channel has been like a lot of fun, and it was inspired all by my wife Brittany, which was amazing because I was brainstorming and thinking about, well, the shows we could do, we could bring to the table, other than just our comedy stuff. We were kind of shut down with when COVID kind of hit, and it kind of forced us to like, what are we gonna do?
Right.
So this was like a perfect just thing. So it's been a pleasure working with you, and you know, and being able just to kind of come along on this journey with you.
That's great.
So I thank you. So how do you come up from week to week with the different like foods and drink? How do you come up with that? Or is it just hit you that same day, or?
So the way my mind is set up.
Like a check and a go.
I don't sleep much at night. I may hit a hard 2 hours of sleep, wake up, go back to sleep for a hard hour, you know. And in between those times, my mind is racing. So I'm like, ooh, I could do this.
Right.
So it's actually like the night before. And sometimes, like tonight, I just came up with it. I was like, I gotta come up with a drink. I totally forgot. And I just come up with something. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I can taste it. When I think of it, I can taste the flavors together. I'm like, okay, this is going to taste good with this.
Right.
And that's how I can come up with drinks so well, so quickly, because I'm like, okay, I know how to blend these flavors together. So, and a lot of times, I mean, this was new. I just come up with stuff, and here it is. You know, it's
And it works.
yeah, it works every time. But it's fun and I love it. I mean, that's what chefs do. You just gotta come up with something on,
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hearing you.
But at the
I'm also
same
hearing
time,
you. Like, food is so good.
Mhm.
And again, there's nothing that you have made in the 8 episodes that I've been kind of like, oh no, everything has been, top of the line, like really good, all that good stuff.
Except for the Brussels sprouts.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
How was it?
I don't think the episode's released yet, but maybe by the time this is out, I think
Mhm.
it'll be released. I think that's episode like 5 or 6.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I'm gonna ask you. So out of all of the episodes, I got my favorite, but what was your favorite dish making? I know it's probably hard to answer, but
What was my
favorite dish and favorite drink.
Ooh, my favorite drink was the Zingburger Breeze with the sake and
Oh yeah, I
That
was
was good.
I will.
Yeah. That was my favorite drink.
no.
And my favorite dish, that's hard. It's out of, because I love Mongolian beef because it's simple, but it's got so much flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping you would
And
say that.
so it's out of the Mongolian beef
Right.
and the crawfish stew
Okay. Nice.
with the fried green tomatoes because I love fried green tomatoes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All of our fans are probably like, oh my God. Because I'm just having flashbacks of every episode that we've done. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I haven't
Yep.
left here without a smile.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, my-
I think is pretty dope.
Yeah. My favorite is was the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
I was like, I love that one the most. So
Mhm.
More than this?
that might be my second favorite.
Okay.
For eating so, and I'm a huge big like chicken and waffles fan.
Mhm.
Huge, like I love chicken and waffles all kind of different ways. I'm always trying it. I'm always eating it. It's bacon in the waffles.
It's bacon
So,
and
bacon
buns
in the waffle.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
boom. But no, it's been really just enjoyable doing all this, and we talking about doing a little brainstorm. We had a special guest tonight here, kind of
Yeah.
help us with our production, and so it might be season 2.
Mhm.
Might have to do a cook off.
Oh, I love that. I love
So
it.
I think that would be cool, just to kind of throw it in there and kind of give a little more of a umph to it,
Okay. Sounds good to
and then
me.
we have to eat. Unfortunately, that's gonna be rough too. But thank you for real. It's been a pleasure. So to get on a bit of a more kind of heavier part, we know that this year has been eclipsed with just a lot of things that we didn't think we were gonna have to face so much of, and it's right here in our face. So as a TV show host, as a black minority, business owner, and and then just as a woman, period, and a mother of a son, and how has all your 2 sons? How has all this affected you, and how have you been able to kind of keep pushing on? And then what's the message that you want to kind of put out there, regarding all of this what's happening?
All right, so I mean, as a mother of 2 black sons, and even my daughters, but mostly my sons and my brother especially, who's moved away, he's alone with no family. I mean, it's like I've always had that mentality, like I'm worried about them all the time, even before all this happened.
Right.
But now, since everybody is at a standstill because of the pandemic, and you can actually, everyone's been on social media a lot.
Right.
So you see all these videos, you see what's going on, everybody see what's going on, not just us, but everybody. And all it did was just heighten our sense of, okay, hold on. I'm still afraid, but I'm not going to be afraid because I'm going to stand up. I'm going to do what I need to protect mine. And I've always thought that way. I am going to do what I have to do.
Right.
I've always thought that food was a way to bring peace. So do you think that with your cooking and just in general, is that a possible avenue to try to help some of these problems that are out today?
Yeah, I mean, because like you say, food it brings comfort, it brings people together. I don't care what color you are, everybody like to eat.
Yeah.
You know, and if it's good, you know, you're gonna enjoy it. And that's black, white, whatever. Even with it's like your favorite sport, like football.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody love to watch a good football game.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah.
it brings people together. You know, so the same thing with food. So I would hope that it would do that it could bring people together. So, you know, moving forward, then, you know, I would hope that more people, not hope, but I'm sure that more people are going to look into the cooking show, and
Mhm.
you know, it'll bring them together, and you see the world coming together already anyway.
Mhm.
You know,
With a savage
and
chop.
things are going. That's right. Things are changing. They are changing.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes,
know,
they are. Yeah.
and I'll be right there to help change along with it.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I for one have loved how vocal you've been in all of this. I think there's, I mean, I don't think there's room for people to be quiet the other way anymore.
It's not.
Even whether you black, white, whatever you are, you just cannot ignore what's going on. So by you being vocal about it, I for one have loved that. We had conversations about it because, you know, there is a bit of a role that we play,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, and there's a responsibility behind that as well too. So thank you for that. You know, for not being afraid to use your voice. You know, wear your shirt, make your statements. You know,
Never afraid.
and then in the midst of all this, I gotta end with this though. In the midst of all this, you actually launched another business.
Yes.
So
Yes, I forgot.
tell the people about that. I mean, you just, like, okay, I'm doing a cooking show. I'm a
Right.
chef. I'm a
Mhm.
no. Let me
She's
launch
an
another
entrepreneur
business
Negro.
on
That's
top
what
of
she
that.
is. She's an
Okay,
entrepreneur.
and I am licensed.
Yes.
You know, we do have a partner, licensed partnership.
Mhm.
So, okay, when the pandemic started,
Mhm.
I'm a teacher. We were both teachers, and we were like, okay, during the summer months, we gotta find another income.
Mhm.
You know, and I knew because of the pandemic, I couldn't cook like I normally would do during the summer
Right.
and make the money that I normally would with our catering and everything.
Mhm.
So I was like, my business partner, I was like, Jaquincy, you know, we gotta come up with something. She was like, I've been trying to find something. I've got to do something to make some money.
Right.
So she was doing her hair one day. And she had like this avocado and all this stuff put in her hair. And I was like, you know what? I said, that's a good idea. I need something for my daughter's skin.
Right.
And as a matter of fact,
Right on time.
that's her calling.
Right on
She's
time.
FaceTiming.
Answer it up.
We hi, Jaquincia.
Congratulations on your season finale.
We were just
Come on,
sitting here
man.
talking
Come
about
on.
you.
Oh God.
We were talking about how we came up with nothing cliche.
On camera.
You want to add on to that?
I don't know what you said.
So far, I said how not yet.
Not at the moment.
So
Sounds like it.
so what we were saying is that we were discussing how we're both teachers and we had to come up with a plan to make money.
Yeah.
And you were doing your hair. You had some natural products.
Yeah.
And I was talking about Rachel needed something for her skin, and we got
Yeah.
on doing natural products, right?
Right.
So you want to go ahead and elaborate on that?
Okay. Sure. So yeah, I remember I was laying in bed and it was the pandemic of 2020. And I was like, you know what, I have to find something for my hair because I spent over $200 to $300 on products and I hadn't found anything that worked for me. And she was saying the same thing about her daughter, and I said I can find something for my skin as well. And she was telling us her daughter's skin. So we thought about doing some research on natural products. And it seemed like once we was like, okay, well, if we do it for women, we need to try to do it for men. And I want to say it was, if I recall correctly, it was Dion's idea when she said, well, let's look at something for the men's beard. And I think when she said that, I think we completely forgot about the female hair products.
We really did.
and the skin products, because when we really thought about it, the female market for natural hair is so oversaturated. But however, there's not a lot of products for our black men out there
Nothing.
that's completely natural and something that works for them.
Right.
So once we kind of realized that, we just kind of went forward with all the research, about maybe a month of research, and then I finally ordered the products. And
Research.
the first time was golden.
Yep, I said it was divine guidance.
Yes, literally.
Literally.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm glad that y'all did something for, I'm gonna say it, the black man.
Yeah.
I think there's not enough stuff for us, and
Nope.
you know, we need things like that. I've been using the products and I love it. I mean, it smells good. It's organic. They made me a little model. So for those at home, go on nothingcliche.net.
Yeah.
And you can see me as a beard model in there. Adding that to my repertoire, you know. So,
Right. The beard model.
so yeah, thank you. I kind of self-proclaimed myself to be a beard.
We did.
I'm a beard model. They never once told me that.
One
I just
picture,
said that, so.
that's all she wrote.
The very first picture we posted.
See,
Yeah.
I'm the very first, I'm the Zoolander of the beer game, you know, so that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, no, thank you again, JaQuincy. And then I can't wait till your episode airs too. We had fun. She had she had an episode where she co-host. She came in and helped Dion on the show. So how was that? How was that experience for you, JaQuincy?
Oh my goodness, I had a good time. I felt like I was a semi-Rachel Ray. I was excited. I love the energy. I like, being in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Granted, I would never want to profess to being a cook or a chef, but I really did have a good time and I learned a lot of things and I continue to learn a lot of things in regards to cooking from Dion.
Yeah.
But it was a really, really good time. I really enjoyed it.
Those.
Good deal.
Nice.
All right, that's what's up. Cool.
So,
Good deal.
and one more thing, you want to tell him how we came up with the name Nothing Cliche?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I was sitting at my kitchen table, and we said we have to find a name, something that's unique, nothing that's out there. And then once again, Dion said, yeah, something that's nothing cliche. And I was like, oh my God, nothing cliche. And then that's how it happened.
And I was like, no, I don't want anything cliche.
No, that's a name. No, I don't want to.
Oh, we do want them.
You know,
I didn't even realize what she was saying.
I never would have thought of that. Just saying, I never would have thought of that. So, shout out to creativity on that
Yes,
one.
yes.
Never would have thought of that. So, well, thank you again, JaQuincy. We appreciate you.
No problem.
We love you.
Bye.
Look at that. Who the hell was that?
See you later.
Uh-oh.
You want to give her a pan of the? Okay, that might be going. Go. Awesome, good deal. Well, again, this has been fun, and
By the way, we didn't time that. We didn't plan that.
Yeah.
That was
No,
natural and
no.
organic.
yeah, that was not timed at all, but it happened out perfectly. It happened perfectly, so that was good. So good deal. So, in closing, Dion, what would you like to say? Is there anything you want to just mention? Season 2 coming up. Just what are your thoughts right now? Take your time, yes.
You
I
deserve
love-
it. You
I love what you
deserve it.
I love what you said. Hold on, wait a second.
Alright. So, yeah, hopefully by the time season 2 comes along, then there will be noticeable changes amongst, the world, amongst us,
Yes.
what have we. But one thing is, I want everybody to know to never be afraid to speak on anything.
Yes.
Don't let anyone tell you what you're supposed to say, what you're not supposed to say. Don't be afraid of anyone, because at the end of the day, it's all about you, because you're going to have to go home and face yourself, your family, so don't. If you have, everybody has freedom of speech. Everyone has freedom of speech. So, with the protesters, I'm right along with them. I agree. I made a post the other day. If it was my son, I'd burn down the whole country. And I damn mean it. I would burn it down.
Yeah.
In some cases, I don't want to get too much on, speaking about justice, but
Right.
sometimes you just might have to take things to your own hand.
Yeah.
And right now we've been taught so much about how to protest and just speak and yell and this and that, but a lot of times it don't work.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
That don't work.
No, that's a real good point. I think we all felt
Yeah.
like, I know, just so much anger and confusion, and I remember one time I got invited to a protest, and this is when it was fresh, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna go because I couldn't differentiate in my head what I was gonna do. Was I gonna protest? Was I gonna see a brick and want to throw it through the window? Just being angry. So I kind of calmed down a little bit over a couple of days, and then I went to more like a rally, which was really good because it did allow people to kind of voice their opinions. We actually interviewed, did some stuff out there as well, which we're working on footage for that also. But it's tough, it's hard, and I can't even let people be around me who aren't saying anything. I'm sorry, I think again, it's made a lot of us just kind of wake up and understand that it's a very serious matter, and it's something more so that, just the way a lot of us was raised was, be careful, don't talk too loud, watch yourself.
Yeah, watch
and it
what
gets
you
to
say.
like, where is that kind of gotten us? What is that kind of done for us? Still not valued, still not respected. So the fact that we're doing the movement of just like, black-owned businesses, we're buying more black, where people are doing more stuff with properties and starting to buy up land and
Give
businesses.
back what they took from
These
us.
are things that I know are just going to be a big change, and I know the support that I've received. Even I would say I've received some good white support, and I have to shout them out because they were Brandon and others, a lot of them, but have really just kind of just been there for me. Even though they can't necessarily, might not necessarily know what it's like, but they're seeing what's happening, and so these are things that again that's kind of like allowing me to kind of continue to push forward down this path. And I'm right with you, Dion. I understand. So it's one of the things where it's just, hey, we're not going to see any more of this. We're not going to allow it to happen more of this. This is not the way we're going to do things. And we've got accountability groups going and different things working on where we go somewhere, hey, I'm over here on this place, look out for me, or I'm coming down this street at this time. And it sounds crazy to talk about, but you have to understand that, you want to just live. That's it. I just want to make it. And just to say this too, we've seen 2 examples of what's going on out there, and I want to say this because this is big to me. So, the physical and there's a mental. The physical side was George Floyd when he just took his life. The man took his life. But then the other side is a mental that we saw from Rayshard Brooks, where he was kind of talked into that situation. So, it's crazy when you see 2 extremes, because on one hand, we just comply. On one hand, just do what they say. Well, I did everything you said. On one hand, you physically got me. The other side, you played with my mental state, because the brother was actually very intelligent. If you watch that video, he was talking. He wasn't talking like some of them hoodliner cats, talking about to go down to the north. He wasn't talking. He was very intelligent. Hey, I was birthday, I was going home, I could go here, I was doing this, but they kept pushing till they kind of make you do something.
And that's when they got you.
So we have to realize that, in that game, it's very tough to win that game, but that's when, again, if you are in a situation where you think you might be tired, or you think you might be a little tipsy, or you're somewhere, let people know. Talk to them. Hey, get somebody to come pick you up, even if you ain't got the money for Uber Lyft. Have them, hey, come pick me up. I'm over here. Because again, these things happen so quickly and so fast to where I resorted myself back to when I was a teenager. And I had to tell my dad, hey, Dad, I'm going over such a house. I'm going to be on this street. And I hate to do it because I'm a 40-year-old man, but at the same time,
the sad part is you understand now why.
I do.
Did
I really
so
do.
much, and that's the problem. You have to revert back to being a teenager. And let's be honest, that's a while ago.
Right.
And I'm still living the same way, the same mentality. Then.
But think about who taught you to do that. Our parents.
Absolutely.
And I fuss with my sons. I'm like, can you just call me?
Right.
I just call me.
Let me hear your voice.
That's all. Just let me know.
Let me know you're okay.
Just call me. Because we worry.
Right.
And that's good. And you brought us all together with your food, and you get to kick us out every time we film. So we just enjoy it. But thank you again, and we appreciate your work. And again, we want to thank the fans, the people that actually support you, that watch the show and comment and
I just
all
gotta
that
say,
stuff. Yes.
I don't know if y'all noticed, within the last 3 weeks, her numbers have jumped tremendously.
Yeah.
Every time I go to my Facebook, I'm seeing new follower, new friend, new comment. It's hot, man.
Good stuff, D. And then you got the glow.
I got the glow.
You got the glow. And he's at the photo shoot too. Oh, that was
That's dragon.
Hold on, Bruce Lee. Well, it's been real. We thank you, and we're probably just gonna end up just cutting the video at some point.
Yeah.
But we out. Thank you guys.
Season 2 coming soon.
Season 2.